Kenny, what's going on with Errol Spence Jr.? What's going on with your boy Una Vez? And what's the situation here with the WBC from your perspective?
Look, man, I'm not mad at this situation. I have seen everybody in the world talking aggressive, angry smack about this. I'm not angry about the situation. Why? Because for me, this situation makes perfect sense. And if you want it to make sense to you, this is simple. Just think about this from the boxer's perspective. Don't think about this from your perspective, from the fan's perspective. Think about this from the boxer's perspective. There's only one fight that makes sense for Errol Spence, and that is Terrence Crawford at 147 pounds. Supposedly, they were not able to make it because of some type of contractual monetary shit, and because Crawford went and fought Avanesian. Cool, amazing. That does not mean that the fight can happen. But if he does have to, or not if he does have to fight somebody, he should fight somebody in the meantime while he's waiting for Terrence Crawford. And if he's going to fight somebody, why not fight a good name? His next move after defeats, after he fights Terrence Crawford, because I don't know if he'll defeat him. That's a really, really good fight. I was going to talk on my behind, but no. Errol Spence, his only fight should be with Terrence Crawford. So at 147, that is. And his next move after 147, he's going to move to 154. He's been talking about this forever. I've heard him talk about this maybe more than 10 years ago, how he's going to do his thing at 147, and he's going to move to 154. I've mentioned this several times. Him and the Charlo twins have this plan. Errol's moves to 154, Jermell 160, Jermall 168. I don't know if Jermall is actually going to do that though, because he seems a little mentally like he's lacking mentally as of late. But I'm not mad at this. It makes a lot of sense. Start preparing yourself for what your next destination is. The only fight that Errol Spence should have at 147 is Bud Crawford. That's it. 154, cool. Take a challenge, something that's not so much of a challenge, and test yourself in the higher weight class before you start going crazy and taking the bigger challenges. Before you start thinking about fighting the bigger fighters that are used to that weight class, that are used to dishing punches at that power and taking punches at that power. He's gonna be the new guy to that weight class. Why not get himself like a test, like a cherry pick, I guess, which is kind of what the Keith Thurman type of thing is. Dudes expect these fighters to be like robots, like machines, like you can't catch a break, or like you not even a break, like you can't have this type of opposition. Like it can only be on the way up, but there are only but so many opponents on the way up. Do you expect him to go from 147, hop in 154, and fight Jermell Charlo for all 4 belts immediately? That'd be stupid. Not only that, him and Jermell Charlo are not going to fight because they're from the same stable. They're boys. That's why they continue avoiding each other. One goes up to the next rank when one goes up in rank. It is what it is. As that. So I think that we need to stop both the hate and slander for both Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. If I was Keith Thurman, I'd 100% sign for that fight because it's a big money fight. And the only thing that Keith Thurman has been looking for in his recent years is big names to have big money fights and take his final losses before retiring. Keith Thurman is trying to make his final dollars before retiring from the sport of boxing. Keith Thurman will never be a champion again. So why not take the big money fight at 154 and take your loss and take your big money and call it a day and go home?